Hello, I'm Dave. I carry out biosecurity work for DairyNZ, and today I'm going to tell you about weeds and why we should worry about them. A weed is a plant growing where it is not wanted and is competing with or in some manner negatively affecting the plants you want. In New Zealand there are around 500 introduced weed species affecting productive and conservation lands, and 65 of these weeds cause significant problems for farming. New Zealand has one of the highest levels of invasion by introduced plant and animal pest species in the world. We already have over 24,000 species of introduced plants growing in gardens and nurseries in New Zealand. A rule of thumb is that 10% of these will naturalise, which means they can establish themselves in the wild, and 10% of those will become a serious problem. For farming, most farmers know about ragwort, gorse and thistles, but depending on where you live in New Zealand, the weeds can be quite different. Why are weeds a problem for farming? Weeds are less palatable to cows and less productive than preferred grazing species like ryegrass and clover. They occupy space which could be used by the preferred grass or crop. Some of them can be toxic to livestock or cause allergies in people. A well-known example of this is privet. And ultimately, it costs time and money to manage weeds using herbicides, mechanical or biological control tools. The cost of weeds on New Zealand's productive lands is more than $1.6 billion every year, and this doesn't include conservation land or people's backyards and veggie gardens. That's an enormous sum of money, and when you consider the potential for new weed species to jump the fence and escape our gardens and nurseries, it is easy to see this cost becoming even higher in the future. Weeds spread in many ways. The seeds of many are contained in fruits eaten by birds and animals, which spread to new areas in their droppings. Some weeds have wind or waterborne seeds, which can spread long distances. Human-assisted spread is a serious problem too. Many garden plants escape and become weeds when green waste is dumped into gullies or farm drains or onto roadsides. Many farm weeds are spread in silage, hay and crops, or on machinery that's contaminated with plant or soil material. Some farmers end up with new weeds after grazing their animals on the roadside, or after renewing pastures by using grass seed not certified as weed-free. So what can you do to stop the spread and manage weeds? Prevention is the best option. Don't dump garden waste into gullies, drains or on roadsides. Dispose of them at green waste facilities or compost the material properly. When considering your garden at home, think about the species you are planting. Consider using native plants rather than ones introduced into New Zealand. For